สวัสดีครับพ่อแม่พี่น้องทุกท่านที่เคารพรักกับผมกับไม้คังครับกับรายการอีสาน Let's Talk หรืออีสานเฮาเว้ากันครับผมโจครับ
Hi, and I'm Tom.
ครับประจำทุกวันพุธนะครับ6 โมงแรงครับผมสัปดาห์ที่แล้วเฮาก็ได้เว้ากันในเรื่องของความสับสนในการสื่อสารกันครับผมบ่ว่าสิเป็นเรื่องของระบบเวลา6 ชั่วโมงหรือสิเป็นเรื่องของการตอบเยสั้นๆที่สามารถสร้างความสับสนเวลาเฮาเว้าภาษาอังกฤษกันได้นะครับผมในสัปดาห์นี้เฮาสิมาเว้ากันในเรื่องของวัฒนธรรมครับผมว่าเป็นหยังเฮาสองศาสตร์เนี่ยครับอยู่กันมาดนแต่ก็ยังเกิดปัญหาขึ้นอยู่เป็นครั้งเป็นคราวนะครับผมเพราะฉะนั้นมื้อนี้ลองมารับฟังกันเบิ่งนะครับผม
Hi. Now, last week we talked a little bit about the communication problems that we have here. But this week we're going to talk about some of our cultural differences. Now, there are quite a few stories to talk about the culture differences of Thais and Westerners. And we both know that this is a very delicate subject.
Yep. However, our objective in discussing this between us is to show that the difference of culture is actually a good thing.
Yeah, variety. Yeah. And we can be understood if we give each other respect and accept each other's belief system, differences, and opinions.
Yeah. Thai thinking towards Westerner is slightly different from other Southeast Asia country. Foreigners who have been to other ASEAN country will notice this perception of Thais, right, Tom?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
I've been to Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Philippines. Yeah.
Okay, do they think different to the Thai?
Yeah, Thais are definitely have a unique culture about them. Yeah. Okay, some Westerners believe Thai should know Western culture. I mean, there's so many of us here, you know. But for some Westerners, they have a totally different opinion. So we'd like to give you some of our opinions to what makes Thais think different from other cultures.
Yep, and one reason that makes Westerners believe that Thai should know foreigner is because Thailand is one of the best tourist destinations.
Yeah. So there are many tourists that fall in love with the place and the people. And some Westerners become part of Thai society, you know, like myself, you know, by working here or starting a family.
Yep. But for most Westerners, they are retirees, so they are here to relax and have easy going life.
Easy-going life, yeah. And most retirees that come here, they've been doing things the same way for so long, you know, it's hard for them to change.
Yeah, they settle down already.
Yeah, very settled down.
And they're more likely to learn a culture more than passing on their culture.
Yeah. Okay. And because of that, that does not help the Thais and Westerners to understand each other much.
Okay, another reason why Thais never really had to learn Western culture is that Thailand never has been colonized by any country, and that's probably the main reason why Thais are low on the list in ASEAN country for English skills.
And when Thais cannot speak good English and the Westerner does not speak Thai, it is difficult to understand each other. You know, each other's culture especially, you know, because communication is the most important thing to really understand the core of one's culture.
Exactly. I mean, even for the same nation, same culture, sometimes we fight, sometimes we have conflict. Imagine that if the people live together and had different culture, different language, then
it only makes it more difficult.
What we just have mentioned leads to the Thai to have ego from never being colonized. And adding to that, if you're going to say that Thai are poor, we're not poor. If you're going to say that if Thai are very rich, then again we're not.
Yeah, but Thais have enough resources to feed everyone here, and no one starves to death in this country. You know, not even the poorest man. You know, someone will help them. You know, he will always manage to get food without any money.
So we have ego. Oh wait, no, just kidding. Okay. However, Thais are mainly still in agriculture. That is not the same as Western country, where they come from the technology industry, which they have ego themselves, right, Tom? Yeah. Like Thailand have ego because we never been colonized.
Westerners have ego because we think everything's supposed to be our way.
And Thailand still depends on tourist industry a lot to help drive their economy.
And when the two egos from different cultures come to live together under the same roof,
Yeah.
you know, conflicts are likely to happen. Yeah.
Most Westerners come from the belief that they only born once, and when they pass away, they will go eventually eternally live with their God.
Yeah. But for most Thais, they believe in reincarnation, you know, resulting from merit and sin that they have done. And we will eventually receive or pay back either in this lifetime or the next. You know?
So, next life, what are you going to born? You believe in reincarnation?
I believe in reincarnation, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll come back as a person again. Maybe a woman next time, who knows?
A woman?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe, I like that. I like that idea. Okay. Having mentioned about agriculture, the lifestyle of Thai people mostly live in a society where most people depend on each other. Like you can see people protesting in Bangkok. They're helping, supporting each other, handing out money, you know, and they're not even working, but they still come and help, which is probably seem unusual in Western culture. Is correct, Tom?
Yeah. Foreigners would look at that situation differently. They would.
And in general Thai society, we know that for us to live happily with pride and being accepted inside our society is to show our heart, our generosity to each other, you know, which will make us have value and meaning or being visible in our society. Yeah.
And for all the reasons we talked about, leads us to have many cultural differences.
Yep.
And for today, we will focus on showing generosity, you know, and repayment, which is an issue that creates misunderstanding from time to time between us.
Yep. First of all, have a look at the meaning of generosity, or the word that we use in the daily conversation is kind. For example, if someone doing something good to you, then you say, oh, you are very kind. You know? Okay. And the word generosity is, in Thai we call it namjai.
Namjai, yeah.
Namjai, yes? Okay. To แสดง namjai. Show generosity.
And now, let's have a look at the word repayment or payback.
Or in Thailand we say สำนึกบุญคุณ payback สำนึกบุญคุณ
Now, in both cultures, it means to return generosity back to the people who gave to you.
To receive or show generosity exists in every nation and culture consciousness. Whether, for example, you're from Asia, from Western or Africa, and we all look at it as a good thing that friends can do for each other.
Yeah, like us. You know, we belong to Rotary. Many Westerners belong to organizations that
Lions,
help people. Yeah, Lions,
Rotary. And, Red Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, many.
Yeah, many. But we know that in showing generosity, we can see less in a big society.
Yep.
You know, it seems the more civilized society becomes, the less you see of this behavior.
Generosity, yeah, is less. Now, Westerners look at generosity different. The culture is more independent, right? Independent, and does not have to show it as often as Thai culture.
Yeah.
Because in Western society, where they are economically higher, with high financial independence, and a government social welfare system that is excellent compared to Thailand.
Yeah, many Westerners believe that, you know, we pay taxes to fix those problems. And it's just wrong in our eyes, you know, even with our own family, you know, or relatives, not to be independent.
Yeah, and I heard that you pay nearly half of what you earn for taxes.
Gets close to that, yeah.
And normally that you will leave the house when you're about 18.
Yeah, I left home at 18.
Some people even 16. But
well,
for Thai
a few, but
not
yeah,
many. Huh?
Yeah, not
but
many.
For Thai people, like we tend to live in the family as long as we can, you know. Yeah, so that's the difference. We depending on each other.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, like our culture, we believe that everyone needs to stand on their own 2 feet, you know, and because in a big society where the competition is very high and people are always having a race with time.
Yeah. So they don't have time to show much generosity. Not the same like a small society which live more easygoing and depending, sharing and helping each other, like you often see in Thailand, especially in a small city.
Small cities. Yeah. Now, while independence is the base of a Westerner's self-esteem and image, you know, you're successful, you become independent. Yeah. Thais judge themselves and others in Thai society by how much namjai they show. You know, a desire to give one's time, resources, and attention to others without expecting anything in return. Like he was saying, by doing that, you become visible in Thai society.
When Thais show namjai, they will not expect a direct return from the person they have helped. But Thais do believe that generous thought will be rewarded in the long run, or we call it karma. In Thailand, we call it เวรกรรม เวรกรรม ทำดีได้ดี ทำชั่วได้ชั่ว If you do good thing, it will come back the good thing. If you do a bad thing, it eventually you get the bad thing. Karma.
Karma. Now, when the Thai person hasn't been around Westerners, okay, obviously they will think that you think the same as they, you know, and that you too must gain your self-esteem from your show of namjai.
Yeah, like if I haven't been overseas, I would probably thinking that Tom would act like me.
Yeah, if you haven't been exposed to too many Westerners.
But it's not like that. It doesn't work like that. However, to be fair, we think generosity and repayment have both good and bad from both Western and Thai culture if it doesn't stand on the base of balance, you know, balance. Or what we mean is if it's too much or too less. On either side, it can create problem and upset people.
Definitely. Yeah. For example, okay, today we're going to do a role play.
Yep.
All right?
Oh.
Joe's going to play Dow, and I'm going to ask Dow on a first date, okay, tonight. Okay? Dow, I'd love to take you out to dinner.
I'm not sure if I can go, Tom.
Come on. I hear they have a great new chef from Bangkok at the Santara Hotel. You know, I really want to take you there because he's only here for this month.
Oh, really? I love that restaurant at Santara Hotel. Okay, I go. Can I bring a friend, though?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Sure.
Later that night at the Santara Hotel restaurant.
Oh, where is she? Where is she?
You're over here.
Okay.
You're over here.
Okay. Who are all these people? Are they all your friends?
Sit down, please. Okay. This is my mom, my dad, my auntie, my uncle,
Hello.
my brother,
Hello.
my sister,
Hello.
and my son.
Hello.
Okay?
I thought you said you were bringing a friend.
She's coming.
Okay.
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 After
the meal, you know, I was handed the check. You know, I paid the bill, but the feeling, you know, I was a little upset, confused, and not sure if I was being used, you know. So I went back home crying, you know, what the heck just happened? You know, I wanted to have a romantic meal, get to know Dow, you know, instead I ended up with her whole family.
Yep. Next day, Dow calls Tom. Hello, Tom. I would like you to come to my parents' house to visit my family. Okay?
Okay. So I'm thinking, oh my God, it couldn't be any worse than last night, you know? So I'm saying, you know, yeah, sure. I'll come.
Okay, I'll see you soon then, Tom. Okay.
All right.
When Tom arrived at Dow's house, he sees ton of food on the table and around 30 people in the house.
So I'm thinking, oh my God, 30
which is
people.
worse than at the last night at Santara Hotel.
Yeah, 30 people. However, okay, during the meal, everybody is serving me like a king. You know, everybody's treating me very well. Mom's massaging me. Dow here is paying all kinds of special attention to me, you know, and I'm feeling very, very special.
Yep.
You know, so at the end of the meal, you know, noticed that, like, we don't have any desserts. I offered to go to the store to buy some fruit, some drinks, and some snacks so we can have a party later.
Okay, but then Dal said to Tom, sit down. And her whole family like grab Tom, no, don't go, sit down. And they keep bringing drinks and food and snacks that Tom going to buy. They have everything prepared, and Tom didn't have to pay anything at all, isn't it, that night? Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm beginning to understand namjai. It wasn't talked about, but now I'm understanding it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for the foreigner out there, remember that when you go out on a first date with a Thai lady, expect that it's going to be her whole family. So bring your credit card and a lot of cash. Don't expect that's going to be a romantic night.
Yeah. It could happen. Yeah, it could happen. Yeah.
Okay. ครับสำหรับมื้อนี้การเว้าถึงวัฒนธรรมที่แตกต่างกันนะครับในเรื่องของการแสดงน้ำใจหรือการสำนึกบุญคุณที่อาจจะแตกต่างกันระหว่างวัฒนธรรมเฮาทั้งสองคนนะครับที่อาจจะสร้างความสับสนได้แต่มันก็ไม่เสมอไปครับหากเขาเข้าใจกันและเคารพในซึ่งกันและกันนะครับผมเขาเชื่อว่าเขาสามารถฝ่าฟันผ่านพ้นไปได้นะครับผมก็สำหรับการคุยเรื่องของวัฒนธรรมสำหรับมื้อนี้ก็ได้จบลงแล้วครับผม
Okay. So thanks a lot for joining us with that. Now we're going to jump into our news talk. So, for those of you who need a new passport or who haven't been able to travel, the Passport Office Department of Udon Thani just reopened.
After they have stopped their service for around 3 weeks already due to the political protests in Bangkok, they just reopened their doors on Monday, February 10th.
Now, the Passport Office for Khon Kaen was really busy after they reopened for service last week. They had a maximum service of 200 people come and queue up at 7:30 in the morning. And the queue was full with 200 people in 30 minutes. And there were still a lot more people that had to come back in the following day.
Yeah, same I heard in Chiang Mai. Some people even have to wait at 3 o'clock in the morning. They go there at 3 o'clock in the morning so that they hope they can get a queue. Yeah. The Passport Office would like to pass on their information through us, Esan, Let's Talk, and that their service at this time is to help people who want to make passport in other city.
The Passport Office would like you to know that after the political instability, the situation will be back to normal. And you can use the service fast, just like before, and get your passports done in roughly 7 days by post.
Yeah, by post, yeah. We would like to tell you, please don't be panicked or worried that the passport will run out because the embassy have stocked up to 5 million passport books, enough to service 6,500 people daily up to 4 years.
And for those of you who really need to use a passport or need to get your passport, we advise you to go to the Bang Na office.
Or Pin Klao office.
Now, to get it done in 10 days. For more information, you can contact the Passport Office Department of Udon Thani at 042-212-827.
ครับผมก็ได้จบลงแล้วครับในช่วงแรกของอีสานเลสทอล์กครับผมหลังจากโฆษณาเขาได้รับเกียรติจากทางผู้ใหญ่ครับผมผู้จัดการโรงแรมเซนทาราครับผมเพิ่นสิมาแนะนำอาหารอิตาลีซึ่งมีเชฟจากกรุงเทพครับผมเป็นเชฟพิเศษที่สิมาทำอาหารอิตาลีอร่อยให้คนอีสานได้กินสำหรับช่วงเดือนนี้นะครับผมเพราะฉะนั้นหลังจากเบรกนะครับเดี๋ยวเรามาพบกันอีกครั้งครับผม
Okay, and thanks a lot for joining us. And don't forget, if you have any cultural differences or anything that you'd like to send to us, please send us an email at esanletstalk@gmail.com. Okay, and please stay with us and join us right again. We're going to talk to the GM of the Central Hotel. Okay. Thank you.
สวัสดีครับห้องทุกห้องต้องมีเฟอร์นิเจอร์เพื่อตกแต่งให้ดูสวยงามห้องน้ำก็เช่นกันครับ
สุขภัณฑ์เปรียบเสมือนเฟอร์นิเจอร์อย่างหนึ่ง โดยการเลือกสุขภัณฑ์มาใช้ในห้องน้ำนั้น อาจจะยุ่งยากกว่าการเลือกเฟอร์นิเจอร์ธรรมดา เพราะต้องเน้นเรื่องการทำงาน ต้องมีอายุการใช้ยาวนาน เมื่อจะเลือกสุขภัณฑ์ควรจะดูว่าเป็นวัสดุที่ไม่ดูดซึมน้ำหรือดูดซึมน้ำได้น้อย ผิวต้องเรียบมันทำความสะอาดง่าย
นอกจากจะมองถึงความสวยงามแล้ว ควรคำนึงถึงอายุการใช้งานด้วยนะครับ เพราะห้องน้ำจะอยู่ในบ้านของคุณไปอีกนานครับ
กลับมาอีกครั้งครับผมกับรายการอีสาน Let's Talk ครับผมในช่วงที่ 2 ของ Guest Talk ครับผมหรืออีสานเฮาว่ากัน ตอนนี้ผมก็ได้นั่งอยู่ที่โรงแรมเซ็นทรัลครับมื้อนี้เฮาได้มาคุยกับผู้จัดการอยากให้เพิ่นแนะนำนิดนึงว่าอาหารการกินของเพิ่นเป็นจังไดโรงแรมที่พักเพิ่นเป็นจังไดนะครับ Sir could you please introduce yourself please
My name is Chai Pan, or you can call me my nickname Joe. I'm the general manager of the hotel.
Okay and are you originally from Udon Thani
I'm afraid not. I'm originally from Bangkok, and I transferred to Udon and resident here for almost 5 years. This coming April will be complete 5 years.
5 years now so can you speak a little bit of Esan accent or a little bit
I would love to.
You love to, but you can understand, right? You can understand.
Yeah,
my
I can fully
accent,
understand.
right? As you can hear my accent when I give the intro.
Sure, my mother from Chiang Mai, from the
Oh,
north
okay.
part, so it's not very much different.
I heard this month you're going to be having a new chef coming here to the restaurant. Yeah?
Yes, we actually have the new chef. We have a chef from the sous chef. We call him sous chef. Sous chef is the number 2 of the kitchen from Don Giovanni of the Centara Grand Bangkok at Lat Prao. The guy named Chef Esan, he'll be with us for the whole month of February to give our staff a training. Give them a better understanding on the Italian cuisine.
Okay.
Okay, so for this month especially, there will be a very special Italian food and also the dessert
Yes.
for customer out there who want to come and try out a real Italian food, right? Because he's a professional one, isn't he? From
Yes.
Yeah.
Heard from Bangkok, right? From Bangkok Central Hotel.
From one of the best Italian restaurants in Bangkok, I would say Don Giovanni.
Right. Okay. If I ask you about the charming of Italian food, can you sort of help us with that place? What is the charming of Italian food?
My personal opinion, I would think Italian cuisine is exciting. It's a
Exciting.
combination of fresh herbs and the freshness of raw food material like fish. It's a great combination of everything and the way they present it. And it blends quite well with Thai culture, in my opinion. They have a kind of like rice. They have rice, Italian rice, risotto, this
Okay,
sort of
yeah.
thing.
And I suppose maybe the Italian food is quite easy to eat, isn't it? For example, like
yeah.
pizza, or the cartoon that is popular, the Garfield. He loves to eat what's it called?
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Lasagna,
Yeah, maybe because of that too. That's the charm of it. Okay.
Yeah, my father's side of the family was Italian.
Ah.
I love Italian food. I can cook Italian food. I can't cook Thai food, but I can cook Italian food.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
looking forward to it, to seeing what his specials are. There is a nice infusion between Italian food and Asian food.
And I'm sure from the chef that come from Bangkok, he's going to do a little mix of Thai Italian also.
Yes,
Sure.
yes, he did pretty well until now. I've been experienced, tasted a number of dishes that he create. He follow exactly the recipe of what he do in Bangkok, and I found it very interesting. It's not really an overeat. For example, you go for a buffet, sometimes you feel like there's a huge amount of thing, but this is very selective. And very nice combination of set that he has presented to us.
Okay, now let's go. Please let's show us your kitchen place.
All right. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
ครับตอนนี้เขาก็ได้อยู่ในห้องครัวของโรงแรมเซ็นทรัลนะครับพร้อมกับครอบครัวและก็ผู้จัดการของเขาครับผม
Here we are with the GM, and could you introduce the sous chef here for us, please?
Chef Esan, he's a sous chef from Don Giovanni, Italian restaurant from Centara Grand at Lat Prao, Bangkok.
Lovely, lovely. And so you're up here for the month to do your specialty dishes, yeah?
Okay, could you please demonstrate of how to cook Italian for us, please?
What
Please.
menu you going to show us today?
Today we're going to show the Tuscany.
Okay.
Seafood Tuscany.
Lovely.
Wow, you got a big crab.
Oh, yeah. So I see we have some New Zealand mussels, yeah?
The rock lobster.
Little rock lobster,
King prawn.
little salmon.
Salmon.
And
So can you tell the name again, please? The name?
Tuscany seafood.
Castany seafood.
Tuscany seafood.
Castany
Okay.
seafood. Okay. Well, let's start cooking. Can
okay,
you? Yep.
I'm getting
Wait a
hungry now.
Okay.
So you're gonna put what? Butter or olive oil? You start with the olive oil. This is imported, I guess.
Extra virgin olive oil.
I'm getting hungry again.
Manager, how much is this price if people want to eat it? How much for this?
This is actually the new dishes. We haven't
Oh.
even set the price yet,
Oh,
but
okay,
it will be
okay.
interesting.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay.
Some onion.
And maybe the audience can help us, to set the price.
Okay. Chef, could you tell us, you work in Bangkok, right? Do you know roughly the price for this one in Bangkok?
Oh, a little bit high.
A little bit high, huh? Oh, all right. Can you
About
tell us how
1,000.
much?
1,200 baht.
1,200 baht, okay. And probably the GM going to be kind for Udon Thani people here to have it for maybe half price, maybe.
Yeah,
In Udon Thani.
possibly. It depends on the
Yeah.
audience.
And then
In Bangkok, they sell it for 1,200. Wow.
we're gonna put seafood on.
When it gets a little bit of heat, he put what? Garlic, chopped garlic, and seafood.
Squid, scallops.
Yeah.
And stir fry. That's a huge portion of food.
Yeah, yeah.
I think this would probably suit for the dinner, I guess.
And as we have said earlier, this chef, Italian chef, have moved from Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So only for this month, that is correct?
Yes, only for this month he come to train our staff. We know each other 30 years ago. He started with Hyatt Central Plaza, Bangkok, at the one of the best seafood restaurant called Chom Thale.
So you guys went to primary school together.
I hope not. And then later on, if I can recall correctly, he been transferred to the Hugo, ใช่ไหม Hugo restaurant. Hugo is a fine dining French restaurant. And he stayed for a couple of years until the restaurant rebrand and become the Italian restaurant, and he stayed there since then.
You know where I come from, you never see skinny chefs. You know, in Thailand, you see thin chefs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So normally, like Thai food, that is look like
Tom yum. Or
some food that we eat with rice. But for this one, what do you eat with? You eat with bread or
bread. Curry
bread? That is the bread that you eat with this. Oh,
Garlic
okay.
bread,
And then we have tomato sauce.
tomato sauce, I think a fresh tomato sauce.
Okay, yeah.
You can tell by the color.
Yeah. It's actually a nice color.
It looks to me like I have my dinner ready.
Yeah.
No, really, I don't know how much we should price it.
No.
But yeah, everything in there look very expensive. Like that one's what's it called? The
The scallop.
scallop. Yeah, scallop.
Talented cost.
Right. Okay. We have fish and mussel and squid and prawn, everything.
You would think that it looks, if you call in Thailand something spicy to mix together, you call it tom yum. But I think this is probably Italian tom yum.
Is that correct, chef? Right? Italian style, tom yum style. Huh?
Sounds okay.
Right.
So thank you so much for inviting us here. You tell our audience a little bit about this before we go.
It's our pleasure to be here. And ถ้ามีโอกาสก็อยากจะกลับเรียนเชิญนะครับ And you're certainly welcome. The promotion for Italian dishes is available throughout the month of February. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay. So would like to say thank you to GM of the Centala Hotel again. Thank you so much, and thank you to our audience again. We see you again next week on every Wednesday. Thank you so much.